Welcome to GGWP, Geeks, Gaming, Whatever podcast. We got your host here, the best cats around town, who I got my rejection letter. He didn't get his, so I got more rejected than him. But this is your host, Dre, and to my right, we got my boy
Taylor. What's going on?
And this is actually an odd thing, because this is typically the day that podcasts come out, but we've been so busy in the last 3 days. I've been busy and tired. We haven't done a podcast, so we decided we'd do this today.
Better late than never. We want to go ahead. So it's gonna be. We're recording right now on Wednesday night. We're gonna take away the movie magic and shit. We're gonna tell you, Red Wheel Wednesday night right now. I'm in my fucking jammy jams.
In his pajama. I got here, the sun wasn't even down yet, and he has his pajamas.
I got out of the gym. I'm like, you know what? I don't want to be all sneaky and shit. So I took a shower, got out.
And I'm looking. I changed it to some jeans, but I'm looking like I just came straight from work. This is my work outfit for the most part, minus the bandana. That's like a radio mistake.
Dre's gangster like that.
Because we're just talking and like all about looks, but we're hearing.
We have great looks for radio right now.
Great looks for radio. I always look good for radio. I mean, I do what I do.
This is going to be a test to us as both hosts as well as quick thinkers. Because right now I decided, fuck it, let's go no topics. Let's just go off the cuff. Dre's like, let's get some things to talk about. I said no, nothing. We're going to go through. We know our format. We know what's going on. We know what we usually do. We usually do question of the week. New games. Fuck that, because we don't know the games, because we look at anything online. So
I actually know what came out recently.
All right, so then Dre is ahead of the curve here.
All I know is Final Fantasy 14. Let's go ahead and throw it out there. Final Fantasy 14 came out. It's already been out, but apparently it's really good. And we already had a conversation about how
we have many times. We love Final Fantasy. So 14's out. Get that game. Go buy it. Enjoy it for PC, PS3, and PS4, I believe.
So, ironically, I didn't realize that game has like a 9.5 rating on like a.
And it's, for you don't know, it's don't think of Final Fantasy 14 as that shitty game. It's Final Fantasy 14 Realm Reborn, which means that they took the game, they
realized it sucked.
They did find some bugs in it that they couldn't really fix. So they say, screw it. We're going to the storyline. We're going to end the storyline, and we're going to. Well, if you guys don't know, the end storyline, the Final Fantasy 14, is essentially you get a cinematic where the whole world is getting destroyed by. It looks like Bahamut, the dragon. It's fucking destroying everything, the whole fucking world, and you see a wizard cast a spell on a group of characters. Now these characters happen to be the same people. Wizard, fucking warrior. I mean, it's the fucking Noah story of the Final Fantasy universe. They take these certain characters, they blast them off into a Earth 2 type area or a Marvel 66, I believe, or whatever it is. Whatever I call it. An Earth 2. We'll go DC here.
It's so weird. Earth. It's like Earth Prime, but for Marvel
it's 66.
Is it 66?
I think so.
Something 66.
Or something like that, yeah.
I know it's 66. I thought maybe it was like 316. Is it 316?
Oh, 616.
616,
yeah. I'm thinking of Batman shit, so my bad.
Why are they coming with that?
I don't know. 616, who knows, who cares? But in this scenario, the Final Fantasy characters, one of each class, get transported to a new world, which identically is the same thing, except less glitchier. I don't know why. And it looks a little better. Runs smoother. We've both talked about us playing. I played the beta. Dre had some issues with when he bought the game. Okay, some issues is lightly stepping on the fucking issues section.
I'm talking about. So we talk about. So I don't want to toot my own horn here, but I have a degree in computer engineering. So when it comes to computers, I feel like I should be at least up on some game or I can get biased.
But Dre, did you restart the computer?
Yeah.
Did you plug it back in?
I had to call customer support for this shit. I was like, man, I'm so fucking bad.
They put your name up there. Dre, don't you have a degree? They have it in the system.
It's like, I had to be those people waiting like, did you restart the... Yeah, I restarted the fucking computer. It's not
Please,
working.
sir, don't be hostile. I'm trying to help you.
Oh, yeah. I can't go back to that stupid game.
No.
It makes me angry because it came out recently and I was watching the trailer for it. It looks all fun and exciting.
It is fun and exciting.
It's like, and when I played it...
But don't pick the healing class because you get fucking destroyed. And I believe when I played and I got beat, I believe I saw my character walking and blood dripping out of their ass because I got raped so many fucking times in that game. It was fucking horrible.
Oh, man. I got as far as killing like some pigs or boars or something.
You collected some fucking spider legs or some doves.
Leather skin, those wolf skin.
Some exotic leaves from a tree.
And man, they need to throw you... So remember the first Assassin's Creed, right?
Okay, jumping ships to another game.
Yeah,
Okay.
when that game started, you were in the fray. You were killing people. Right?
Yeah.
When that game started, like, oh, this is gonna be the shit, and then they threw you in the tutorial. Like after all that,
Go find some flags.
yeah, like okay, so we're doing this now. We're slowing down a bit, but they already had like gave you a taste of this is the real shit. Once
Yeah.
you get to this level, you're on top.
That's most of the game.
then
That's a lot of games where it's like, oh yeah, here's your top tier person.
Yeah.
Now you're fucking nobody. Now you're just a fucking peasant.
They need to do that in more games.
Here's some cloth shirt and then some booties.
I hate starting off where it's like, hey, can you go find me some spiders and bring me their bug
I'm like,
juice?
okay, and what?
This is not fun.
Okay, what are they doing with their lives? We see them. They're sweeping outside. They're fucking sitting in the garden. I'm like, you lazy fuck. What do you do that's so important that I have to do it for you?
Yeah.
You don't even know my name. It's like, hello, stranger. Or, hello, you must be new. Do this for me. Like, damn you, some needy people.
They need to start you off in like something intriguing. Like, they're like, okay, I want to play this game, but like, I swear, most of the MMOs start out this way. You start off doing nothing. You just born
For
like
people
oh, yeah.
who you don't even know.
Yeah, and then like, oh, let's go. And then like they just send you on these like mindless quests. It's like, fuck, I could have been doing this at home.
You know why you always see the back people? Because one of them has a sign that says "I help everybody." That's what you see. There's a sign that says "I help anybody." Anybody, just talk to me.
And
Fucking
it's
free help.
So frustrating. Then they have you talk to this person, and then they go talk to this person. It's just funny. So one thing, we talked about Marvel. What's that game called? Marvel. Universe?
I'm not sure. There's a couple Marvel games out there.
The MMO.
Oh, Marvel. It's on my computer right now. If I had better eyes, I could read it. Marvel Heroes.
Heroes, yeah. So that
Heroes.
game actually starts off right. It starts you off in like you're still at level 1, but it doesn't feel like, oh hey, can you go collect some paper for
No,
me? It's like
you're so bitch. Go fight.
Yeah, and you're fighting like the low. Like you went back to them now. You could just stand there and do nothing. They wouldn't be able to kill you. So they're low level enemies, but they're like fun enough. It was like, I can see how this would be fun.
I mean, in the first 5 minutes, you're fighting a superhero.
Yeah,
You're fighting Black Cat in the first 5 minutes.
And you don't know what you're doing, like, but you feel like accomplished when you win. It's like, yay, I won. And now if you go back now, it's like this is easy as dirt. And now you play like other bosses and you fucking die. Like, okay, I can see it's hard. But that's how you start off a game. You start off like, yes, this is what this is what it's going to be like. From my imagination, from what I played, other than the frustration of logging into this stupid game.
Oh, we're back to 14 now?
Final 14.
Okay, we're back
I
now.
imagine it's like a farm bill, apparently, because you just go out and kill like mindless dogs and shit and just bring shit to people. Because that's all
You are the Humane Society, essentially.
Yeah,
You're out there killing fucking animals.
Hey, dude, can you go kill...
You're a population control.
I can go find me some mushrooms. Like, there's
You
some
fucking
mushrooms on the
some
field.
drug-filled
It's like,
fucking person, some hippies, and trying to trying to get high.
And when I look at the trailer, like they're tagging on this giant colossus, and there's like 4 of them.
Little asterisks. That's like
And then-
30 hours into the game.
Like they climb up this Tower of Babel. It looks all amazing. Like, dude, that can't be the fucking game that I play. That just drives me nuts. I've been talking.
You know,
about
okay,
this for years.
there's a game I remember for. Okay, did you ever have a Sega Genesis?
I've only
Okay,
played
so let me.
past ones, yeah.
Okay,
I had a
I had-
CD, homie. That's how
my
deep I was.
apologies. No, I'm
Sega
going.
CD 32X.
No, I'm going back. Old school. This is old school because I had Nintendo. Somebody had a Sega. This guy around the corner from Grandma's house had a Sega. I went to his house, and his dad had a game. It wasn't a fucking AO game like some porn game, but it was like I think it was called. I want to say it was Alex Kidd because I played Alex Kidd again on the ROMs.
Yeah.
But there's a part where you have to go to school and fucking learn. It's like you can't pass certain levels unless you went to a fucking school, took tests, and passed. What the fuck?
Have you ever played Shenmue for DC?
Is that
Dreamcast?
Oh, DC. Oh, look at you. Oh, hip and cool. The DC.
It's on Sega. We're still stuck in
No,
Sega.
I was joking.
here.
Okay, no, I gotcha. Sega. No, that's Sega CD times 2. Sega CD 2.0
Yeah, Sega CD 2.0.
with the 56K modem.
Okay, but we gotta give Sega CD his or not Sega CD. We gotta give
Dreamcast had it. No, go ahead.
It was the system itself. It was built well, and it had everything going.
I'll say, I hope it's built to me.
Yeah, well, no, like built well. It wasn't
It was
just
a
like
DIY project.
Because like there's like some game systems I put together, but they're mostly crap. I can't think of any. Xbox, I'd say, is like in that realm. The first Xbox. No, seriously, I bought the first Xbox, right? And the only game I owned.
You always come over here and bash on Xbox. This because
Xbox. And then the Xbox 360. there's problems there, but we don't have to go into the
things you won't see here in this podcast is me bashing on PlayStation. I understand that we have different opinions.
No.
Dre likes PlayStation. I like Xbox. That's fine. But Dre always finds a way to bash on the Xbox. You bash.
This is so old.
I know, but
15-year-old system.
No, I'm saying though, but you always find a way to throw in a jab here and there. I noticed that. You jab with the Xbox.
I don't think I do, actually. I think you're being paranoid.
No.
Anyway,
even though you came over...
I didn't take it to the PS2. One of the early versions of the PS2.
I have the PS2. I have the fat version of PS2 right now.
The early versions would not play certain games, and you had to take that shit apart and screw out some lands and put it together. I don't even remember what the fuck I got.
I didn't know that.
That's my point. But the Dreamcast, it was a nice system. Why did I bring up the Dreamcast?
We're talking about games that were built, systems that were built
crappy. Shenmue. No, we were talking about Shenmue.
We're talking about Dreamcast first. You want to give props to Dreamcast first prior to Shenmue.
Yeah, but Dreamcast was tight. It's actually so let's go back to Dreamcast. One of the favorite game in my entire life. I think I put probably more hours into this most games. There's like 5 games I can tell you where
Can I guess one?
What?
Are you gonna say Power Stone?
Power Stone.
My friend Joe always talks about that.
That is probably one of the best games ever fucking made.
No, that from what I know, that was a fighting game with multiple layers. Was like front, and I would explain it better.
It was like you're on the right path.
I can't find the word proper words.
It's kind of like Smash Brothers. If it was like in
foreground and background.
Yeah, it's like a 3D version of Smash Brothers where you can actually move up, down, left, right. Yeah, and you can jump on top of stuff. That's really like the best explanation I can give it. And that game was so fun.
What were the characters like? I've never seen it. I've heard of it, but I've never seen it played. It probably is my fault when I go on YouTube. I have that fucking ability.
They had like random kind of like characters, but they were kind of like based on some other characters at the time. So Wang Ting, he was a lot like he was like Goku without powers, and then you get these 3 power stones and he's powered up and he's pretty much exactly like Goku.
Really?
He throws these fireballs at you, and then his ultimate his ultimate attack, he basically summons a spirit bomb.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so it was a slight nod / rip off to other things.
No, but it was fun. And then so there's him, and then there's Gunrock, who basically he's like a big guy.
That's the new form of music.
Yeah, Gunrock. And then he gets powered up. He basically becomes like Thor / Hulk. Right?
Hulk?
Yeah, Hulk. And he picks up giant rocks and tosses you at him, and he's basically indestructible. It's pretty fun. But the Dreamcast had that game, Power Stone and Power Stone 2. And the first one you only play 2 players, but it was still like at its time one of the best games.
So it was that you said 2 players, so far as like 2-on-2 or 1-on-1, 2 players.
So it was 2 players. The first one was 2 players, 1-on-1. The second one was 4 players, 2 or free for all, or however you want to do it. You either play 2 versus 2 or just
that sounds to me like it may be the first iteration of a tag team game prior to Marvel's Capcom.
Yeah, basically, Marvel vs. Capcom, sort of. Yeah, you can give it that. But that game was so much fun, and that came out on the Dreamcast. And I kid you not, I had brought that to college. This was many years after that came out too. The game came out in like 2000. I didn't get to college like 2002ish. But we in the gang, the roommates, we did shit all fucking night. And we sitting there up to like 4 in the morning playing this shit. And
how many characters did you pick from roughly?
And it was like 8.
8 characters?
It wasn't that many.
So it was like a Street Fighter 2 characters.
There's 8. Please go back there. It was like 8 characters, but like really 4 or 6 viable characters. Like the other 2 were just like crap. But it was fun as hell. And it just one of the best things. So that's how I bring back to the Dreamcast. Dreamcast was like one of the best systems out there. It had like the original Marvel vs. Capcom. You'd actually change characters. It
was innovative as far as from what I've seen.
Thinking.
It is thinking. It is. It had. There's a first system that I know of. No, don't piss on me for not saying PC's a console. Okay, PC. We're talking about consoles, gaming consoles. Okay,
PC.
So
PC people are funny.
We all know PC people. PCs have modems. Shit, they go online. Good job for you. Okay, we all know that. So don't need to shit on me for that. So as far as gaming consoles. There were in the U.S. I know that there were add-ons for other systems in Japan, whether it be knockoffs or first tries or whatever. But here in the U.S. that I knew of, there was a 56K modem, and that's not even counting the fucking N-Gage one, or I think it was an N-Gage one. Some handheld game had a modem as well. But Dreamcast is the one that was popular because it was Sega. It was a CD. It was CD, not DVD, but CD. You had some kick-ass. This is the first controller I saw that had a memory card that was actually a minigame itself.
That was cool. Yeah,
I want to call it. I don't want to say it a chocobo. Was it? But
it was like a
Tamagotchi.
It was like that. I forget what they're called. They look like
the Neopets,
teardrops or some shit.
Yeah, and that reminds me of not Legend of Gaia or Secret of Mana, but it was Dragon Warrior.
I don't remember. I know if you played Sonic games, you could bring the little thing like food and have them race each other.
Yeah,
I was like, this is cool. And they get all smart and they like play these little games. You get you.
And what you did on the memory card / little gaming thing. Yeah, like Dre said, transmitted to the actual game itself.
It was pretty much what the Wii has now. Those little Wii minions. I don't remember what they're called.
I'm not familiar with. I'm sorry.
Okay, so the Wii.
The Wii U or the Wii?
The Wii. When Wii came out. It has this little Wii community where you create
the Mii's.
The Mii's, there you go, that's what they're called. And then like if you have my wife has a 3DS and there's like a Mii community where you can actually Street Pass is what they call it now.
Yeah.
And you
people do that for Pokemon and stuff and other games.
And your Mii's go and they jump on other people's 3DSs. I don't even know how it works anymore, but this was before. This is the predate to that. The whole concept of a avatar that you take care of and you can dress up and other people find.
But could you? Because I know the Mii community and the street passing all takes place. It's all based on you going out into the world, leaving your house with it in your pocket, and going out and passing with other people. Now with Dreamcast, you couldn't. Could you leave with it? Could you take it at night? I know you could take it out.
But I don't know if it did anything beyond like stayed on your disc. But you could race it against other people's.
Yeah.
Teardrop thingies. I don't know what they're called, but they're like a
piece of rain. They're going to talk to you. Okay,
but
no worries.
It was pretty interesting. I mean, the concept was ahead of its time because they were saying this was before PlayStation was out, and it beat that. I think Xbox was soon to come next, and they still didn't have. I mean, avatars didn't come back until the Wii brought them back. This whole concept of a little character that you take care of. Now, I still don't think the PS4 doesn't have them. I mean, I have a user login, but. I don't know. Do you have an avatar for?
Well, the avatar I sent you for our video.
Yeah, but these are like do you go?
Yeah, we do. We have on Xbox they have a thing called Fame Star where you can have your avatar play for you in games.
Because like I know on Wii you can actually play as your avatar in some games.
Like,
you'll find them in the back. Like if you'll play some games, you'll find your avatar just in the background, like doing.
Or the ones, or the Mii's that you made, are also in the background as well.
Like they're trying to like make this like this little community. And then the PlayStation had something like that, the PlayStation Home, but it failed ultimately.
I heard if you used it, it was fun. But if you're casual,
there was parts of it that were good. I think it was a great concept, great proof of concept. Just needs to be refined. What made it really suck is it always had they built this World of Warcraft like world, and they basically have to save it on your computer or your PlayStation, but every time they change something, you need to re-download that damn thing. And
did that take up space? Did that quick space taker?
Yes and no. I mean, it did take up space. I mean, this is when PlayStation. What was on PlayStation 3, right? I mean, this is
PS3. Yeah,
we gotta think like this is like 7 years ago, 7 years ago, right? PlayStation 3 first came out and got big. This was a time where it's still internet. We're in America. Internet's not that great everywhere, so some people didn't have great internet.
Yeah, Australia was like horrible for internet.
So basically, if you were downloading this over and over again, it would just be a bitch. Mm-hmm. And then now, luckily, a lot of people have better internet. So the concept came out now, it wouldn't be that far fetched. And like, oh yeah, it just downloads.
For your PS4, is there anything that would equivalent to that, or do you have anything that's?
I don't think that there's rumors of the taking it all back to Sega. PlayStation bought the Sega channel. What was that damn channel called? There was a
Dream Channel 5.
It was do you remember back for the original Sega, maybe Sega Saturn? There was a channel Sega had introduced, and it was like a Sega channel where you can. I don't remember how it worked. That concept
could you buy old games and everything?
Yeah, it was like what Virtual Console is now
for the Wii. Yeah,
we should give Sega more props.
Yeah, they were like I said. The Dreamcast was very innovative as far as what it did. You know, people took on that and. You know, the consoles you see today, current gen, last gen, whatever, they're just ideas from other. They probably pretty much share ideas.
Yeah, I mean now it's all systems are just convergent. There's like there's minor differences other than like the Wii.
Yeah,
you know, he's always exception to the rule, but Xbox and PlayStation basically there's like 8 differences between them all at best, and then next year it's gonna be like 4 differences.
You know, I think I really honestly think that there is some kind of meeting that goes on, or some kind of email exchange, or some kind of conference call, whatever, that somebody shares ideas. There's no way that this person could have said, "Oh, I'm coming with this." Oh, this person's coming out with this as well. There had to be some kind of, you know, I'm not saying like a mole or league or anything, but there has to be some kind of something that says like, you know, understanding that, you know, we'll bring this out, but you can bring it out too, but make it your own. We'll make it our own, and we can't cross like ideas, whatever. It's too coincidental that they come out at the same time, but they're so different.
Yeah, and I would say that there's probably some of that, not to such a great extent, but to an extent where everyone's making money. Because like I think one of the biggest things I can think of is like when you put out a competitor, then when the competition is, you can sell. I think you sell more when there's competition versus when there's not. When you own a monopoly on something, I think it's a lot harder to sell your product because it's the only one out there. Like, I think I'm trying to find an example where this happens.
Well, okay. For you got well, not an exact example, but there was both thing with Sonic and Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Where Sonic was fast, Mario Kart was slow. You know, Nintendo was slow, Sonic was fast, and everything. That was their thing. Well, we have fast characters, higher speeds, graphics. They have slow racing games, and everything, and kiddie games, something like that. Yeah, that was that.
They like kind of bring up themselves like, to a level. So they take the elements of there and they add there to it. Like, this is better, and they just keep going back and forth, bashing, and then ultimately just bashing heads.
Mm-hmm.
But they help each other improve, and they
build up each other.
Yeah, they build off each other and they help build each other up. Ironically, so, I mean,
yeah,
and it seems like they're trying to put them out. But I think if they, like I said, if Mario had put out, like he was like pointing out, if Mario had put out Sonic like way back when, then Mario would have no reason to improve because, well, what else are you going to buy? This is the only type of game like this. So it's like,
if you want to play games, you buy our system.
Yeah, you buy this or you eat shit. And so it's
like, that was mostly it. And then there was no other. There was, like, you're right. There's no competition. There's no, you know.
There's no reason to build yourself up. Like,
why would you spend R&D on something that you don't need R&D? You save money by saying, okay, well, they're going to buy it regardless. There's no competition. Yeah. Whatever we put out, they're going to buy.
I mean,
regardless, they have to buy it. We are the only gaming system, so they have to buy us if they want games.
So Sony and Xbox going head up to each other because like they built the Kinects. I don't think if PlayStation existed, there wouldn't be any Kinects because they needed something that set them apart. Yeah. So they went out and they built like some good piece of technology. Now Sony had to come up with their, because they had the Sony Cam. So Xbox,
the iCam, which is good. It looked fun if you had certain games. I didn't know there were many games put out for it. I saw one with a fish game, whatever.
Yeah, they were decent. What I like actually, so I like the iCam because in Burnout Paradise, when somebody crashed you, like shit, it takes a picture of you.
Yeah,
and you just like, and it shows your reaction. Like, damn it! And it's so funny because like, so the person who killed you, they send like a tag of what you look like when they killed you. So it's like,
that's pretty fucked up.
So you have like these they're almost like dog tags.
Yeah,
and then like these pictures of people just like look pissed off and just like, or like
all the people that you destroyed.
And it lets you know when it's gonna take a picture. It's like dude, and you go, it's like fuck you.
Now was there a way people get mad at that? Like, oh fuck you, man, I'm gonna ban you. We're gonna, you know.
I don't know. I'd never flipped it off or anything. I was just like me mugs.
But have you heard of other players happening or anything? Okay.
I don't know. I'm not sure who.
So on Xbox is a thing I'll rip, and
because I remember there wasn't an Xbox thing where the guy's cursing out a football game and it's a technical.
No, it was a basketball game.
Oh yeah,
it was a current gen. It was Xbox One, and it was the NCAA 14 or NBK 214.
Yeah,
and where the Kinect heard you, the mic's always on. So while this guy's playing basketball, he's like, "What the fuck? You fucking kidding me? Foul. Like, what the hell?"
It's like, yeah, you caught a technical foul. I'm like, what? How did
the fuck did that happen? You start fucking covering yourself up. You're like, "What can you fucking? Like, what's going on?"
This is kind of funny. So I mean, I always worry that there's going to be some person who doesn't take it like funny. There's situations where you have little kids playing these games and you do that and you're like, okay.
There's a scenario. Okay, I played Marvel's Capcom 2 on the Xbox 360, and I beat somebody, and it wasn't probably the most legitimate way. It was I probably spammed some move or whatever. I was whatever. It was okay. I get a message right after the match is done. Hey, yo, fuck you. I'm gonna go to your house, fucking kill your dad, kill your mom. No, I'm gonna kill your dad, rape your sister, rape your mom, kill your fucking brother, and I'm gonna fucking kill you, you piece of fucking shit. I'm like, what the hell? I live alone. Who's this person? What do you think he's talking about? And I wish I had my capture system there, because I would have been right to fucking YouTube. I would put on YouTube. I would have
I
recorded
report
him.
those people. There is a thin line between, I guess nowadays what they call it, trolling.
Yeah, if you're trolling, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna sit and just talk shit to you.
Yeah, I mean, there's a thin line between like playful banter and trolling. Like you played a basketball game, you like somebody makes a shot, like I'm gonna fucking rape your mother. Like what the fuck?
technical, damn it, technical ass.
Dude, it's crazy. You like, okay, yeah, you. Nice try. Maybe open your eyes next time. You just playful banter, and you're like, okay, you.
Oh, it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
You hear fucking the gun clock. You're like, where do you live? You're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
What do you mean, where do I live?
So there's like a point, and so something like that.
Where you from?
I'm one of those guys that report shit. Like there's like a playful side, and then there's like a point where you're
is there a scenario with Dre's under his covers? Fucking is his eyes peeking out? You're like, report.
No,
Yeah, because I'd be like, all right, I'm just gonna lock my doors, make sure it's locked.
Especially
lock
when they
my
have the
windows.
audacity to send you a message. I mean, you can see like, haha, good game, but maybe like, you know, I don't know.
Would you prefer witty banter in game, or rather the message after?
It depends. So when I play League of Legends, I play a lot of League of Legends. It boggles my mind how fast people type. Like the fuck.
Aren't you playing?
Yeah, I'm using keyboard and mouse, and I actually have to stay. I can only type to people when I die, all right? And then I try to get to them, or like I'll try to type to them when I'm character swimming, and I've done it where I'm typing and I'm getting killed because my character's being attacked. It's like, god damn it! So it boggles my mind that people type so much stuff, and mostly I'm like, whatever, just mute, shut up.
Yeah, okay, well,
play the game.
We can
argue later. Damn.
For those of you who are StarCraft players, you know that there is a thing called APM, actions per minute. There are some people who do 500 actions per minute. Actions per minute. That's fucking keys pressed. What kind of fucking typing test are you taking to get these actions?
Really,
clicks, everything, shit like that?
Only type to
or 100. Sorry, 100 actions per minute.
No,
500.
There's some people who are amazing that they like. I'm telling you, I've had people curse me out in paragraphs. Like, what the fuck? How did you type all that?
You're right, girl. I'm impressed.
One time I've read that, like, I was like, dude, it ain't like bloop 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 bloop. Like, how do you do that? Like,
you think there's something
and they're playing the game?
Do you think they have something like copy and pasted? They just like have like a script where it puts your name in it.
That might be that would make more sense to me. Like, dude,
you're trying to. I hope they do that because fucking I can't. It boggles your mind. Like
damn,
tonight I won't sleep. I'm gonna think about this all the fucking night. You do that.
He typed that entire angry paragraph.
I'm just gonna practice tonight arguing people.
Yeah, it would take more energy to me to type.
Yeah,
all they do in the game than actually play the damn game.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting.
Yeah, I would prefer in game because in game, you know how they are. If somebody if you can tell somebody's attitude and they're laughing, you can tell somebody's smiling and laughing when they're talking to you. Then like, I'm gonna fucking kill you and fucking hate you, piece of shit, asshole, fuck you. If they send you a message after, you can't really gauge their wittiness or their anger on the message. It could be something. It could be bad grammar makes the fucking sentence horrible. If they didn't put a comma somewhere, it's a one long sentence. Like, God, that guy fucking hates me. What did I do?
Here's the thing, though, in my experience with most online gaming, so my online,
mostly all current gen right now has online gaming.
I was saying it started off with like a Counter-Strike. When I first
1.6 or CS or
1.6.
Source. Sorry,
1.6. So that's when I first got into online gaming. You meet spammers, but back then,
hacking.
I would say people were really cool to talk to. It'd be like a cool chat room, like, oh hey, what a nice shot, blah 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 blah. But now, I remember when Halo. This is one of the main reasons I stopped playing Halo. I kid you not, because we used to play Halo. I can't remember if it's Halo 2 or Halo.
Halo, a game that you never played the campaign for. You played all multiplayer.
I only played multiplayer. And
you have no idea what the game is.
And I was actually good, right?
It's about angels, I guess? I don't know.
I have no idea. All I know is there's some character named Master Chief and there's some girl named Cortana. And that's all I know about the entire game.
And somewhere's an angel saying...
And I imagine there's aliens because some of those characters look like aliens to me.
Saying about a president in our castle. Who knows? Go ahead.
Arcanes or whatever. Arcans. And then they had the Needler. I know the guns because they're in multiplayer. Anyway, multiplayer. So
Okay, multiplayer.
when we first... This is like around, I want to say 2006 or 2005 when Halo was big.
Halo 1 or Halo 2?
I don't remember.
Okay, right.
It was whatever we had at the time. Because that wasn't mine. Somebody brought it over. We played it a lot. But online, people would say so many just nasty things, awful things, or they had their fucking music on in the background, and I was like, I would drive
people who
nuts.
try to be fucking funny don't. With their high pitched voices, like that, or like
there's this, there's something, and it was just like, this was just like the
and if you are a female and you say hello, boom, ready for the barrage of comments and shit coming at you. Because if you die one time, you're getting... It doesn't matter how much they die. If you die one time, if you miss one kill, you're fucking dead. Yeah. That's it. You are getting demolished. You fucking whatever. You get out for a game. Man only.
Most of my games would involve me mute. And
you die and you get...
it was like... I not seriously. After that, I was like, I'm not playing Halo anymore. This shit... It literally took the fun out the game. It was like...
Yeah.
I've been called so many... I'd never been called so many niggers in my life. Up until I started playing Halo, I was like, how did he know? I don't even have a mic. How did he know? Nah, I was honestly like...
I think the N-word is being thrown around just in general. Like, it's just a guess.
Just to be funny. Maybe. Like, haha, I'm going to say that. Nah, it's not funny. And it's not cool. And it's just like... And it wasn't just the N-word.
Yeah, I'm going to say the N-word or F-word. Not the fuck, but the F-word as far as...
It was just people in general. And... Yeah, it was like, this is not a fun experience anymore.
Everybody is homosexual, or everyone is the N-word, and even though they teabag you, you're the homosexual.
Yeah. It is that too. I get like when you die, people like kind of spray bullets, and that's funny, like trace your body, or like write their name in bullets. That's funny, but like teabagging's like, how does that, why? I don't get it.
You know what's funny? When they teabag you and they get shot.
Yeah, that is when it's funny. Like, you dumb motherfucker. I've seen that where I've had teammates type something to me in League of Legends and die. I'm like, you fucking you couldn't have waited till later. Did you really need to type that right there?
Why don't you save it? Somewhere else.
Like,
make a little notepad at the end. Like, okay, at this moment, Dre, I hate you. Okay, come back to that later. We'll address that later.
Yeah, and it's like seriously. And I like when people are sitting there. I've had people have full on arguing. I don't type that much because like I said, I cannot.
The most I've typed is GG. Good game.
Yeah,
that's the most I can get out because I fucking I'm trying to play the game.
Boggles my mind. And I've had people have full on arguments and all I type like, dude, we can seriously argue about this later if you want to. I'm all down.
Then you get attacked. Yeah. How dare you speak in this?
But in either after that, like we can argue this later. Let's play the game now. And they keep arguing. I just fucking put them in mute. I'm like, I'm not dealing with this shit. It's like,
as far as you know, there's nobody talking at all.
Yeah.
It's a silent game.
And seriously. So now when I play League of Legends specifically, I wait for one comment. And it's like, you know what? I'm not dealing. He's like, oh, fuck you. I'm like, oh, that's enough. Like, mute. All right.
I've heard enough.
I don't have to deal with his ass anymore. So I don't know what he
who's next?
Not even let him know, like, look, muted. I don't know if they say anything after that, but really, you're wasting your time. I'm letting you know now.
Yeah,
I give you the courtesy, you know, that I've muted your punk ass, so you don't have to bother talking to me. I'm not listening to you.
So let's go back to Shenmue, which you spoke about
the
before
point
our
Shenmue
Drakecast.
was like because you had brought up the game where you had to learn in school.
Yeah,
I remember in Shenmue you had to get a fucking job, right?
The docks, right?
Yeah, you had to move those fucking boxes. It was I was like, we spent like hours moving boxes. I was like, you know what? This is not my kind of game.
Labor, go to work. Drink a Coke, go on a date, go to work.
But there's some people who play games like Sims.
Not SimCity, but The Sims.
Yeah, The Sims. And that just...
It's like Inception.
There's a really funny video. You watch Zero Punctuation ever?
Yes.
Okay, he did a really funny one about Sims 3 about The Sims turns you into a Sim. You're basically a slave to the character in the game. It's kind of funny. Like they have
to eat shit, shower, go to work, go everywhere else.
In that game, I like my wife. She was really big into that, and it seems like a lot of females more than males. And it's just
of all ages. Even I've heard mothers play that like heavily.
And this is just overgeneralizing, but most people I know who were like really into that game just happen to be female. And I was like, I don't get it. I mean, I don't have to play a game where I'm killing people or nothing, but that game, sat there and tried. I built a house, had some dude living in it. I was like, now what?
I had my girlfriend play. I'm only, all right, we first started going out, and she's like, oh, she's trying to, get into gaming and stuff, and understand what I'm, about. Yeah. Okay, well, here, let me find something that's good. You can play with me. So we'll play The Sims. Sims seems easy. Fucking, whatever. I got Sims on the PC. I'm going to say how I got it, but I got the Sims on the PC.
Well, my wife literally owns, 6 versions of Sims, so that's how I got it.
But... make the floor. She'll make the name thing, the people. Oh, this is you. Okay, have fun. Then half an hour later, she's up. I'm still making the fucking people in the house. She's all, I'm bored. She turns it off. I'm like, all right, well, I guess it's not for you then. It's not for everybody. But there's a lot of you have to put. That's essentially that's
Farmville nowadays.
That is an MMO that's not MMO because you have to put many hours into it. And instead of leveling, you don't level up. You just earn money.
I don't get it. I played Sim City, and because it's a strategic challenge, you really have to try to keep that city alive.
Yeah,
I can see because and then you got to put out fires and shit. It's okay, this is challenging. But Sim City is Sims is you build a house, and some dude lives there, and maybe you can interact with them. And they talk to each other. You have to
find somebody and they love or whatever and be all affectionate and laugh. And
damn.
Yeah, that Simlish. They talk to Simlish or whatever. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't know. I
Speak to me.
Just
speak English.
I need some worms where we just sit there and blow shit up. No fucking. We know worms. You type in the code. Yeah. You get the ultimate grenade. Ding, ding, ding.
I played.
Boom! You kill all.
Yeah, I love this game.
No one. The other dude's next to you's mad because all his worms are right there. They all fucking died in that one bomb. That's my shit.
I played. I traveled really close. Okay, Lemonade Tycoon, amazing. I had fun on my old flip phone, my fucking clamshell phone.
Is that the theme park builder?
No, Lemonade Tycoon is just you, lemonade cart, selling lemonade. And you could upgrade your cart to bigger ones to get more lemonade, get more lemons, whatever. But you had to find the ratio of lemons to sugar to water to cups. And it was all about finding the right area where you get money and shit. And that was pretty fun. I got pretty high on that. But then Sim Theme Park, which I do have in my list here of games or my little notebooks. Sim Theme Park. That one was fun. That was I think... I want to say it's an XP or Vista game because that looks like a fucking old ass game.
Yeah,
very very blocky and everything. But that was a fun game that I tried, and that had different worlds. You could do a Halloween world, a Christmas world. There were different themes and shit. And you started you had an empty lot, and you could say what month you started in, how much the tickets were going to get in and shit, and you had to build. You had to build a sidewalk for people to walk on. You had to build the rides. You had to build it on and off for the rides to make sure that they went through. You had to make sure there was bathrooms there if they wanted to puke. You had to make sure there were bathrooms to go piss and whatever in. People were happy they couldn't find a bathroom. You had to find enough food, make dispensaries and shit around. People could like or not like your ride. You go on from fucking maintenance. You had to go and you had to have security guards that had troublemakers that were fucking up your system. They were leaving trash everywhere and shit. And that was a full on oh yeah, it's cool to build a theme park to be awesome, but no, it was a build theme park after you fucking maintain your theme park. And you essentially, you are the principal, you're the Truman Show, where you're looking down, you're okay, you fucking up. You go, you get in trouble, you stop being sad, people walk around with a sad face, what the fuck, man? It's a theme park. Nobody sad at a theme park. You paid your okay. When I go to a theme park, I can't be sad. You can't be sad. You can't pay money, whatever much it is, to go to somewhere and be oh, this sucks. Well, then go fuck yourself then.
You can go to the theme park and be disappointed, I think. Yeah, just a personal opinion.
But okay, Disneyland. I bought passes for me and my girlfriend, and the premium passes, the top ones, $1,330 they cost put together. $1,330.
I used to have people that rent. I call it renting a pass because
you sign people. Yeah,
they sign you and I just keep. You basically pay a monthly fee. I don't a lot of people do that shit. It boggles my mind because I can't imagine going to Disneyland for that more than once a decade.
Yeah. So, we have our own thing we'll do here and there, but
yeah,
if you want to go to both parks for one day, it's $137 per person.
Damn, man.
As for adults, $137 per person. If you pay that much to get in somewhere. And that's not food. It's not nothing included. It's just you get to go inside the park and ride some rides. But it's it's your fault if you're sad or upset or anything. You can't be sad. You can't be upset. You can't whine. You can't complain. You pay that money. You know what's going to go on. Don't be a little whiner. Don't do that. Yeah. We went there. We went there on Saturday. We were there from 6:30 in the morning till midnight. We stayed there all day, and there were people fucking crying. I want to go home. Want to go home? Like, you little brat. You don't know you have no idea how much it fucking cost. You have no idea anything you're missing. Just you can't be sad at theme parks. So same thing with going back to the same theme park. You can't play some theme park and be sad. I don't understand that part. So that's that. I don't know.
But I remember Shinmu getting a job, and apparently Persona, one of the best games out there.
You have to go to kill yourself to you just shoot yourself to level up.
Apparently it's a common theme now, because I know there's an anime called
Kill Yourself?
La Killa, or Kill La Kill.
La Killa sounds like Spanish, or?
Nah, it's like Nikita.
I want to say it's Nikita?
Kill La Kill, or something.
It translates to?
What?
It translate to that, or is it like in the?
No, I think the name's Kill La Kill or something like that.
Okay.
Or Kill a la Kill, and like the character gets superpowers by slitting their wrist.
What the?
It's the strangest thing, and like they turn into like this weird.
I haven't seen rating does that game have?
It's a movie, anime.
Oh, it's okay. It's not like teen or like A. It's for E for everybody. It's just a game.
Man, games are interesting, but yeah, Persona. You point the gun to your head, pull the trigger. Apparently, it's a good game though. From what I hear, they have a fighting game based on it.
There's 4 of them out. There's 4,
and they're even like making an anime or a movie or something. So must be we're missing out. Kids have you putting a gun to your head yet?
I will. You know what? As soon as it's done, I'll try right now. I'm gonna try it. As soon as the hit thing to do, gun to my head. I will blow my brains out and get superpowers. Speaking of getting superpowers, recently, soon we're like 2 weeks away from Spider-Man 2 coming. Main Spider-Man 2 coming out. It's already been out for like maybe a while in overseas.
Man, why do they get so lucky overseas? They got Cap 2. What's that?
But I think it's a piracy. You know what? Fuck it. No, I don't know. I think Japan gets it. Japan gets it the last because there's no piracy laws in Japan or
really?
China. I think China is. There's no piracy laws, so that's why if you go to Japan, China, whatever, you'll see on the streets. You'll see tons of knockoff shit just screwed around. And you'll see things that won't be addressed. Were made in that country, wherever it may be, that you won't see in the U.S. because they weren't mass produced. They didn't get bought by the U.S. But there's stuff for like you can find Android things, Apple things. You can find knockoff phones and shit.
Pretty cool. Like with the stuff, some of the tech you can get up here is like it's really awesome that they don't.
You won't find it here in the U.S.
Yeah.
So same thing with piracy. Is a lot of times you'll find cams online if you download movies that are subtitled and they're all Japanese, whatever, or Chinese. Excuse me. They're overseas. So
I remember a funny story about that. So back in high school, because I had a lot of connections to Chinese people. Nothing illegal, all legal things. I guess. So Crouching Tiger and Hidden Dragon just came out in America.
I've never seen a movie.
You never seen?
I've never seen it. That. I've heard great things. The awesome spike scenes and everything, but I've never seen a movie.
Yeah. Oh, okay. It's just a decent movie. But the point, so it's funny. So like my high school teacher was coming up with some thing to do one day. I was like, I can bring in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon because somebody had got it for me, and it didn't had crossed my mind that it wasn't. It had just came out in theaters in America, and I had like on disc a DVD at home, and it was and it wasn't bad quality.
Really, it wasn't more like
maybe one step down from DVD quality, but it was decent
quality. A VCD.
Yeah, it was like I think it was a VCD because it wasn't DVD either. But it looked fine, sounded fine. There was nothing wrong with it. It had subtitles and everything. I was like, I can bring in this movie. And she's like, are you serious? I was like, well, yeah, I have it at home. So I brought it in, and like people were like, how did you get this movie? I was like, you want a copy? I can make you a copy. You mean
look at you?
And because I was wondering like why everyone was tripping, and then I think like the next week, because I didn't watch TV around this time, so I see a trailer for this movie. It's like, what the hell? And then I go talk to somebody. Like, oh yeah, it came out in China like last year, so we bought it then, and then it came out in America, so it had been out already. So that's funny.
That's not piracy. That's just
probably. Well, I'm not sure if it's like piracy.
It's an import. I'm sorry,
it's an import.
Yeah,
it was kind of funny though that it didn't dawn on me that this hadn't came out yet. So I was like, why are they all tripping? Everybody's like and everyone was like. For like 2 weeks, people kept asking me, it's like, why do they keep fucking asking me for this movie?
And popular fella.
Yeah, just for those 2 weeks, exactly.
You were the king of the high school. Yeah, ooh, look at me, all my friends.
Because they were like, "Oh, hey, how'd you get this movie out?" I was like, "What?" I don't even remember how I got. I think somebody just gave it to me. I was like, "Oh, you want this?" I was like,
"Here,
sure.
hold this." It's illegal. Most stories happen in movies. Hold this.
My history teacher was like tripping. Like, I wonder if I'll get fired for this. I was like, well, fired for what? We were just watching a movie. We watched movies yesterday. It was like, but yeah.
Oh, high school movies every day.
But yeah, it's so weird that they get everything early.
Yeah, so they get it early. We're about 2 weeks away, roughly, from Amazing Spider-Man 2. Same Spider-Man. This time we have Gwen Stacy. Gwen Stacy in the...
I do say... Well, I hate to cut you off, but I will say that because Captain America has been going first movie, or is going strong, it's #1 still this week.
It's an awesome movie, yeah.
Yeah. I can see why they paced it from that, but I don't get why that was a week behind also in the UK.
I'm not sure either.
Yeah, that's why it's so strange. Bastards. it just makes me angry because like they're watching it right now, and then like they post up blogs and shit.
Yeah, you don't want you have like I'm on Twitter a lot. You're not, but I don't want to be like I want to go on Twitter and see things, but like I don't want to see any funky spoilers. Like this and this isn't that. There's already hints on things we saw on IGN earlier about the next scene, X-Men stuff. And like, so.
People just love to spoil. Well, let's talk about that for 1 second. What is up with this spoil culture? Like, it's like Breaking Bad will come off. 15 minutes later, people are posting up the entire synopsis, a review to it, like all the spoilers.
You know why? It's for at least okay. For each of us run a site. I'm interested on clicks, page views. Are you interested in page views at all?
Yes.
You want people to view your site?
I have no idea.
Okay, so I have Google Analytics on my site, so I can check and see how people view it, what they view, whatever. You can do that for yours as well.
But I have
so for each of our sites, we both own websites. We both post content. We both like to write what we liked about, whatever. We want people to read that. So you don't want to post about things that people aren't really interested in. So.
I guess
that's SEO, the search engine optimization words and stuff. You want to post about things people I'll watch it, whatever. Like people for some reason want to know it, but they don't want to know it.
Yeah, it's so. And I'm talking like,
or they want to go in the know.
And like in this DVR world, there are some people like shit, man. I have a job. I could not be in front of my television at 8 p.m. last night. I DVR'd it. I got home with sleep. Let me wake up and at least watch it before you spoil that shit. But there's just like...
It's your own damn fault.
I mean, I've been on forums now where it's like your live chat of like the episode that's going on right now. Like, I haven't even watched last week's episode. You guys are already like watching it live and already talking. It's like crazy.
It's like you're the bad person because you didn't watch it.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm sorry, I have things to do in my life, whatever, or like, whatever. It's not even a life, but I have things to do. Somebody came out with car trouble, fucking family problems, whatever it may be. You're like, then I'm that person. You have to think about, like, that.
I had diarrhea, damn.
My ass was exploded.
Yeah, I couldn't watch it at that. I walked away for 1 minute, now it was funny.
Diarrhea story?
Somebody had posted, like, someone posted a Hail Hydra picture, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
And someone was like, fuck! What's wrong? I haven't seen the movie, and now there's this Hail Hydra meme.
Yeah, it's everywhere now, the Hail Hydra stuff.
It was hilarious, because it didn't dawn on my mind, because I had seen the movie. It's like, it's a good point. Because there's this Hail Hydra picture, everyone knows.
Okay, also, you know what would suck? Okay, based on that, I'm not sure how you feel this. If you didn't see, if you are a Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. watcher, and you're a constant, awesome show every week, you're watching it, you're there, you don't DVR, you watch it that night. If you didn't watch Captain America 2, you get spoiled shit. That next episode is all about Captain America 2, how the ending and stuff. Hydra's now there. The past 2 episodes are all about Captain America 2. So if you didn't see Cap 2, it's all spoiled for you. You
don't bother.
Yeah, you just go there for the Captain America story. And like, I know what's gonna happen.
Say they fucked up. They should deal with like a lot of they should have won that. They should have had the episode before the movie came out. When the movie came out, and then like going on like that month hiatus, and then came out because you're talking about a week, right?
No, that fucking it came out on a Friday. That Tuesday was a fucking episode.
you had to watch it.
You better fucking watch it when it comes out.
Hopefully, it wasn't sold out where you were because it was sold out pretty theater.
You had the weekend, and we gave you Monday too, and Tuesday morning, Tuesday afternoon. Go to the fucking matinee shows for $1.
Yeah, that sucks so much. Yeah.
Yeah, and they were talking about that. Somebody was talking about that the directors had to talk to the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. writers and let them know, okay, write this in at this episode because this is going to happen in Captain America 2. So they had Captain America 2 spoiled for them at the beginning. That's fucked up. Cause I had to write for a show, which is awesome, all this stuff. Like, oh yeah, but here's a new blockbuster coming out. Here's the ending to it, and then now you have to write for it.
That sucks so bad.
But keep it to yourself. Okay, how long was Captain America in production? They were filming for a while, so these people had to keep a secret to themselves. What happens in the movie, the ending, and they had to write a story based on that for the S.H.I.E.L.D. TV show. Yeah. That's a lot of pressure on somebody.
Oh man, that's funny, but yeah.
So Amazing Spider-Man 2 is coming out. Go back to that, and there's already been talk radio about. Yeah, I'm not gonna sit and go to the story and shit, but let's talk about villains because it's now been recently spoken about that they're gonna make a Sinister Six movie. No word on if it's gonna be a Spider-Man and Sinister Six or just Sinister Six like the becoming of, because all is corporate like that. So we know that in Amazing Spider-Man 2, as of right now, there is. You see Green Goblin, Electro, and Rhino. You know what sucks? Because Electro was the main person, like, oh yeah, Electro, whatever. But now it's like Electro is part of like he gets pushed back into the group of people.
So when they first announced like Jamie Foxx Electro, I had mixed feelings because Electro. If you go back to the story, this is not about race or anything. If you go back to the story, Electro is from
Max Dillon's a white man.
Yeah, he's a white man, but he's from like the Russia, right? So. To make him Jamie Foxx, I'm assuming Jamie Foxx is not a Russian.
No, he's not Russian.
And so in the film, when you change something like that dynamic, like the Fantastic Four, you make Sue Storm and Johnny Storm, one's black, one's white. There's a huge dynamic of change there. Like, okay, so the more of like the foreground. I mean, it could work out. Like Nick Fury being black, that works out perfectly.
But that was Ultimate Universe, though.
Yeah,
but
I'm saying, but it isn't like if it. I don't feel like we lost anything there, right?
But there was
nothing. It felt like it added.
You can't go to any Fantastic Four book, any type of run, any type of writer, and see an African American torch and a white. And
then just because on the level of biology, that's kind of strange.
Who got who? Did some rapey things going on? That's nasty. That's bad.
Or like adoption, or it doesn't work. They could be biological brother and sister, but that's a stretch.
There was these questions from the kids too, like, oh, why is one black, one white?
It's not a race because I'm a black male. Taylor's
I'm Mexican.
I don't want to go. So this is just to say, I've met some Mexicans who don't like, or I've met some people like. I'm not Mexican. I'm Mexican.
Really?
I'm not Spanish. I'm Guatemalan.
Fuck that. I am Mexican. You want to call me? I'm a full bean. I'll go that far. I'm a full bean. I am a brown person. Okay. Mom brown, dad brown, Taylor brown.
I'm making sure. Some people are like, are you from Guatemala? I'm from El Salvador. What the fuck? I'm like, all right. Oh well. Damn. I don't know anything about those.
Where is that? Next city over.
And I realize it when I see. I generally say Mexican, like I'm Puerto Rican or Dominican. It's like, damn, I don't know enough about some people.
Some people are mixed, but they prefer one.
And some people can see it. Yeah. I don't. Unfortunately, they just look. I overgeneralize. So yeah,
Dre doesn't see color. You're trying to say?
Yeah, I just don't know the difference. Like if you told me El Salvadorian between Guatemalan, between Puerto Rican, between Dominican Republican, I wouldn't be able to tell you one difference between other than fucking location. And even that's still like, I know it's in this general fucking area. So I can't.
You're down there somewhere.
Yeah. But anyway, so what was I going on without this race? Oh, yeah. So when you see race, when you change some dynamics of the race, it's going to just come out. Like the story has to change and it has to work in the confines of our universe.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't have two white parents and one black kid and one white kid. It just we all know biologically that doesn't work. It doesn't happen that way.
Uh-huh.
So to have a black Johnny Storm and a white Sue Storm, first they have to change the story and then they have to make it work. So either one's adopted, they have different parents. I mean, which is all possible.
Or they aren't mentioned at all. Maybe they're not sister brother at all. They don't really mention that.
Maybe they're both orphans. I mean, it's just like a whole things that has to work for it to be like that because there's already
childhood friends.
Yeah, I mean, there's already a comic story where it should be. I mean, you can't have Johnny Storm and Stu Storm be lovers. It'd just be kind of weird. Like, what the hell?
Some Luke and Leia shit. No.
So it's just weird. So Jamie Foxx being Electro, there's a lot of that has to change because Jamie Foxx Now he's an American scientist, I assume, or like
he's American scientist.
So that gets rid of that whole storyline. So then you take
yeah.
like the whole Russian, like the mafia and like the underground there. So, but I was excited at the same time. I was like, oh, they're taking us in a different direction. Kind of interesting. And the way they advertised it, the teaser was only Electro, and you just hear him talking. You see like chat like, oh, this could be good.
Yeah. And
then later on they find out like Rhino's there. Okay, so maybe it's Rhino first, and then Electro, and then you find out the Green Goblin's there now. It's like okay, and now when you see the trailers, it just shows like Electro on the side.
Yeah, you get like a split time of each one. Like okay, well who's the main villain? You see the Green Goblin. Before, like at a costume museum as general, you also see them walking through. Is an old man walking through a little lab area that shows Doc Ock's arms and the Vulture's wings.
Right? So
yeah, there's two. You see Doc Ock's arms and Vulture's wings. So that's 5 out of 6. 5 out of 6. The sixth one would be either Shocker or Mysterio.
Yeah, or Chameleon.
Sorry,
who's that? The teaser in the last one. So. To me, it's just getting to a point. So I know I argued last week that Captain America could have used one more main villain, and I was just looking for like a
to be even.
Yeah, it's like
the even playing field.
Batman and versus Catwoman and Penguin, right? A duel of villains because you have Batman, Robin, and Catwoman, and Penguin.
One side ends up being more weighted down than the other.
Yeah, and then in Captain America, you had this one. It just feels unfair. I mean. Granted, the movie's bigger than that. So, but you had this one villain versus these 3 guys.
Going back to it, just touch back. Winter Soldier was just as powerful as all 3 altogether.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, and plus he had like a whole,
It's gonna be the same thing. It's gonna be the same thing with Thanos and the Avengers. It's gonna be one major fucking huge villain then versus a team.
Yeah,
it has to be that kind of like super powerful. But go ahead, go back to your word.
But with Loki, it was just Loki versus the Avengers, but he had a squad, he had an army following him.
Chitaurian army, yeah.
And even then, he for a good portion of the movie, he had Hawkeye on his side, so it felt balanced.
Mm-hmm.
He was outnumbered. He wasn't outnumbered. But here, you just have Spider-Man, and you just have all these villains, just overwhelming, and it just seems so chaotic at this point.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Before I keep going. One thing like the old school movies, like the old school Batmans, the old school Spider-Man, they had Spider-Man versus Doc Ock, and they built an entire movie on that. And to me, that was great. I mean, even though that the Goblin was there, he like a small side. And when Spider-Man 3 came out, it was a bad movie. They had Venom and Sandman, and they kind of when you introduce more villains like that, you kind of take away because you have to build up. So these movies, they had to build up the villain. And then take him down. So you have to have split between the Venom and Sandman. When you have 3 of them,
but they nerfed Sandman, and you only got Venom at the very, very end.
Yeah, and to me it didn't work out as well as it could have.
Yeah,
because you had 2 major villains, and Venom being like the majorest of the 2.
Yeah,
they didn't build him. They weren't able to build on top of Venom like they would have if they. I think they should have had that in the 4th movie, and then it would have been like a whole thing. So when you have 3 major villains, okay, you're talking about Rhino's not super major, but he's major enough to be like a side. If Electro and then Green Goblin, and then when you see the trailers, it's just a bunch of shit just blowing up, and he's spinning shit around. And
in all fairness, Paul Giamatti plays the Rhino. Stated that he was going to be for the 2nd and 3rd movie. So he said there's going to be a 3rd movie. Okay, there's that. Didn't specify it was Amazing Spider-Man 3 or the Sinister 6 maybe, which is brought out now. But he's supposed to be in there for like 4 5 minutes only. That's it. Maybe not him as a character. Maybe you see the Rhino suit being used in the same time as maybe Goblin, both at night. I'm not sure if it's the same scene or not.
Yeah.
So you may see Paul Giamatti in 4 minutes himself, then the Rhino suit in the rest of the movie. You never see that.
Yeah.
But you know that something's gonna happen where he's in the next movie as well. So these people live. They had to perform in Sinister 6. Someone may not
way overwhelming.
Okay. So if there's gonna be 6 villains, and right now there's 3 of them being shown, 2 of them being teased. Somebody has to die. It's gonna be Gwen Stacy. They have to follow the Gwen Stacy formula, where you see her wearing in the still shots that have been seen in the still shots, movie sets and everything. She's wearing the same outfit as she does when she gets dropped off.
I don't think she's gonna die. I think maybe in a hospital in a coma. I don't think they're taking her out.
Okay, essentially, because Green Goblin was supposed to break her neck and drop her off the fucking.
But we're talking about the original Green Goblin, or Even the Green Goblin's kind of weird because the Green Goblin looks like a kid. So he can't, because Green Goblin being, well, comic book lore wise, Norman Osborn, Harry Osborn. And I'm pretty sure that's something too that I can think of.
Yeah, me too.
And the Green Goblin now, it doesn't even look like, I'm assuming, who I thought was Harry Osborn, and it doesn't look that old, so I don't think it's Norman Osborn.
No, it's Harry Osborn. It's the kid, but he has a green suit. Yeah. It's not a full costume, not the full Joker with not the full Goblin with the hood and everything, the little cap he has, but it's just.
I'm glad they changed that suit. By the way,
you like?
I like the Green Goblin suit in a cartoon, but that works well for a cartoon. If you saw someone dressed like that, it'd kind of look kind of strange.
The
first one I thought was just god awful. The second one in the original Spider-Man, it looked a lot better than the first one. I don't know. The whole metal goblin thing, that didn't do it for me. That didn't even remote. I was like, that there had to have been somebody who said, this costume looks kind of stupid.
That was like, okay, you're a step above Bane as far as talking wise, so we can understand you, but you're the same thing. You're just that doesn't fit.
It was bad. I thought I'm so surprised that's what got the okay, and I almost say it was probably the technology at the time because it looked so bad. I thought I was like, I cannot be the only person that thinks that looks like a terrible costume.
And Iron Man wasn't out yet, so they weren't like, oh, Iron Man's cool, they want Iron Suit, whatever. No, they didn't want that. It was prior to Iron Man.
So it was god awful, which really sucks. They did such a good job at. They made Sandman look just like the fucking Sandman.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't that hard to make that, as far as like.
I don't know. That dude looked, to me, he looked like a mirror image of what I imagined Sandman, and Venom was pretty well done.
I do apologize. But fucking the guy from that Sammy show who played Eddie Brock, he was too skinny and scrawny.
Yeah, he wasn't ideal, but when I say he was like it didn't take away. When I saw the Green Goblin in the first one, I was like, you got to be shitting me. Are you kidding? That's what you guys came up with. Venom, he didn't take anything away from it. I mean, he wasn't how I expected him to be or how you would imagine him from the comics. But at the same time, it was like, I can do with this. But when I saw Green Goblin, I was like, you're wrong.
Okay, so you're against the mask. Are you against the mask part of the Goblin?
The first Green Goblin?
No, John. Okay, if we were to bring, excuse me, I'm sorry. For DC, the ideal cartoon was Batman the Animated Series, amazing fun cartoon.
Yeah.
For Marvel, let's go and say Spider-Man, the Spider-Man the Animated Series.
I would say X-Men, like idea.
X-Men. Okay.
When it comes to like the best translation, it's seamless. X-Men.
X-Men was fucking dark too, though.
Yeah.
That was dark, and that was more like teen adult because those storylines and the drawings and the storylines were just very, very like from the comic. Like they weren't just like, oh, like here's a half a week episode, about them going and finding groceries or whatever, or fucking getting spider legs for somebody.
They were like in the original X-Men, there was a bunch of hits and misses. I thought Toad, they did justice on Toad because Toad's been a crappy fucking villain for so long.
Yeah,
and they did justice. And I thought they fucked up on Sabretooth though. I was so mad.
Are you talking about the movie or the TV? I'm talking about cartoons now.
The movie. Oh, we're talking about cartoons? Okay,
yeah.
What are you talking about? I'm sorry.
No, that's what I was saying. I'm saying, okay, as far as DC Batman series, we'll go Marvel. We'll say, well, yes, X-Men's awesome. We'll go for this example. We'll stick Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. So, for Spider-Man, that's my fucking point. Goddamn.
This is having we don't have a schedule. Or
goddamn, that's fine. It's okay. We've been doing fine ever since, or that one. So Spider-Man. Let's go with villains. Let's go with the way that you see Green Goblin on the anime series. He is in his full. He has his green. He has his little purple little cap on and stuff.
He looks like what I imagine Rumpelstiltskin to look like in the cartoon. Does that make sense?
I got you. Yeah. He has his messenger bag full of pumpkin bombs. He has his glider, normal glider, whatever, and he also has a small glider that attached to a bigger glider that has bigger pumpkin bombs on it and missiles and stuff. So, would you want to see a Green Goblin in that? Because that's like a full on costume. That's like tights, shoes, shirt, messenger bag, mask with a fucking little purple.
That Robin Hood looking So it would have been really goofy.
The Robin Hood one was a Hobgoblin.
Well, to me, they wear the same costume, just different colors.
Well, yeah, well, essentially they are, but it's different people.
But to me, that costume never worked. You know,
and that was going based off the comics, though.
Yeah,
that was like their vision of the Goblin.
I mean, so let's talk about this. Let's kind of change, not changing subject, but talking about comics to movies. There are some things that just don't translate from cartoon to comics to movie, like the live action. Well, like, we brought this up when we were talking about Superman. Like, you see him flying through buildings and everything in the cartoon, and you don't think about it. When you see it in like live action, it's like he just leveled all of New York. How does no one and everyone just brushes it off like the next day.
For those of you who don't know, Dre recently seen Superman finally.
I just recently seen it, and to me it just seems so ridiculous. It's like, you mean to tell me they just leveled New York and then the next day it's all back up in
Metropolis, not New York,
Metropolis. So to me it doesn't work. Okay. Superman to me just does not translate to live action really well. Batman, he's on a much smaller scale, and even though they destroyed a good part of Gotham City, New York, it didn't. Or Jersey, it seemed like very realistic. And there's one time it followed that train, and everything around it was getting destroyed. It seemed like okay.
Are you talking about Batman Begins?
Yeah,
when Liam Neeson was on the train and going through the city.
Yeah, and that didn't seem that unrealistic. I mean, granted, it would be hard, but they said they've been planning for years, and got to that point. I'm with you on that one. When they squared off Gotham City in Part 3, they just put some bombs on some bridges and blew them up, and they leveled them trapping the police was like a ridiculous stretch. But if you put enough planning, I can see that they didn't like level all of Gotham City, so that translates.
Except with the football field, the football field got fucked up.
Yeah, and to me that was really weird. It's like, okay, that's a little weird, but it. Like, I can believe it to a point. I mean, but there's some things that didn't translate. Let's say an Arrow. When they managed to level the entire city with just these little machines that look like the size of...
there were two of them.
There was two machines about the size of a water cooler.
Okay.
You're going to have a hard time convincing me that if you put these two fault lines, you can level an entire city.
Now, did you watch Ocean's 11? Yeah. The new one with George Clooney.
The third one had... There was parts of that I was okay with. And,
I'm talking about the one where they used the machine to knock out the power, the EMP machine.
Now, see, that to me it was believable.
Because they really had one, yeah.
And it was a big ass machine.
Okay, so if that machine could be an EMP to knock out a whole city, Vegas, full of lights or whatever.
I thought it was just a block.
It was a block. It was the MG. It was the three hotels. Okay, so it's a whole. Okay, it's a big section. That block's still a big section. Has not got many things. Okay, so my apologies. A block. So
that's what I'm remembering. I don't remember.
Because they had knocked out a couple hotels. Yeah. And all three hotels went into one vault. And that's where they're gonna rob the vault. Yeah. So EMP and okay, fuck you for the spoiler alert. That movie's fucking so old. Don't even give me that shit. So they knock out. So that machine knocks out power for the block. Right. And in Arrow, a show I really love. I've not seen any negative episodes in my opinion. I'm a big fan of it.
I hate the fillers in that episode show too. I hate fillers in general, but that one has some of the worst fillers.
I enjoy the show. Okay. Dre is not a big fan.
I'm not. So
you're not as big a fan as I am.
Yeah, I'm not as big a fan as you, but I don't have any negative to say. It's just that show could be off the charts good, and I don't know what's holding it back for me.
It has to be because the demographic. They have to show.
Yeah, that's
WB.
The ultimate problem.
It's the WB. They had Smallville for 9 fucking seasons. I mean 9 or 10 seasons in Smallville. Yeah, and 9 or 10 seasons without showing the suit to the very last fucking episode. It may be a sappy high school drama or show whatever for boys and girls, but they did a lot. That was a lot of work to keep the suit off him for that long.
Just dragging that shit out as long as you could.
And that was it.
So that probably is its problem. It's shooting for that audience, right? I feel like if it's shot for like the
an all male audience.
No, not that. It's probably ultimately all males, but the same audience that was watching the dark comics of Batman, where it was dark, and it's because that show is it takes it to that dark level, but then it kind of holds back. We're almost there. You watch Arrow kill 2 people, but there's no blood. we're holding back.
That's also TV. They can't show it's not AMC, a fucking Breaking Bad or Walking Dead, where they can show people getting fucked up. So they have to. This is network TV. This is essentially still 8:00 time slot. Kids are still awake. They have to make things for at least teen.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I hear you on that Smallville. That's probably what holds the show back to me. It could be so much better, but it's just teetering on being good for all audiences.
You think a better network would have had it? If it was an HBO show,
I think a lot of
Showtime
shows would do it. If a lot of shows move to like HBO, I think.
Or what about a Netflix only show?
That's I don't know. That's time will tell on that.
Netflix or Hulu show, because Hulu's starting to do their own stuff too.
Yeah,
for a while.
So I think that would actually improve the show because they have to, like you said, they have to go for that general audience and they have to play it for all crowds. But yeah, back to what we were saying.
Go ahead.
There's some things that just don't translate well to cartoons. So that Hobgoblin suit,
Green Goblin
suit from the cartoon doesn't translate to live action to me. You'd have to change it. Like, you can't see Wolverine running out in a yellow outfit.
Although he did. If you see the deleted scene for Wolverine, part 2 of the Wolverine, at the very end, spoiler alert, fuck you, spoiler alert, whatever. I keep having to correct myself.
I still haven't even seen Wolverine too.
Okay, it's a deleted scene that doesn't mean anything to the story at all.
Yeah.
At the very end, he gets in a plane. A suitcase is given to him by somebody because something happened. I'll just leave it that much to be very vague. He opens it up and you see the mask and a yellow suit. That's all you see though. You don't see him on. You see open up, looks at it, closes it, scene ends. Okay. That's it. That's all you see.
Yeah. See, to me, that those cartoony outfits, some of them will translate. Like the Grifter's costume, his costume would translate well. If Deadpool had that goofy ass looking costume.
Explain the Grifter costume, because that's just a mask, and it looks like a mask with his hair sticking to the top, right?
Like a bash, one of those cargo jackets. In like mostly like
so
cargo
the
outfit.
Punisher with a mask on.
Yeah, basically. I actually like the Grifter, by the way. He's one of my favorite comic book characters. His costume works.
Not Grifter like he sells things and fucking he like flips houses and shit.
His costume would work. I mean, there's not a stretch to make that live action. Luke Cage, like his outfit would work. Captain America, I was half on his suit. I mean, now it works for me, but at first I was like, the Iron Man the suit works. I mean, it translates
they are making both a Luke Cage and a Power Man TV show on Netflix. I'm sorry, Netflix show.
There's rumored, and I'm hoping.
No, there's 4.
Well, yeah. I'm hoping it's going to be Heroes for Hire. Maybe you follow Heroes for Hire. Yeah, I'm hoping it's going to to be that.
There's a Deadpool comic, 2 comics of Deadpool that do go back to that.
And
it's pretty funny.
I'm really hoping for that because out of all the superheroes, we could really do for some non-white male heroes. So Luke Cage, Misty May, I forget. I think her name's Tarantula. Like it adds some color to the Marvel universe. Some well-needed color. Okay, color and different sex. I mean, but
well, there's only 2 sexes in the world. Different sex.
It should not according to the Marvel universe. All heroes are males.
Well,
other than Black Widow.
So
there.
Agent 13. Agent 13.
Maria Hill.
Maria Hill.
I like Maria Hill when she's not white. She was black. They made her recently black. She seems to have more attitude. I like her that.
Sassy. You can't call her sassy?
More sassy. That's sassy to say
Maria Hill. That's kind of like a racist term. Like, oh, she's a different color. She's sassy. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that.
I was thinking more diva like more like a diva attitude. But sassy. Like I guess that's it. But the Hobgoblin or Green Goblin costume doesn't work.
Either or. They're the same thing. You're talking about the same thing.
Yeah. But
minus the hood.
The third one he has, the one in the trailer, that looks about almost true to the comic, but works. Like a good real life adaptation of it.
The third one, like Spider-Man 3 with Venom,
in a trailer, I mean.
Okay, the newest trailer for yeah, he has, I mentioned before, he has like a green suit on. He has his hair spiked up, kind of greenish with a tint to it. It has some like green fucking face paint on. Yeah. He looks kind of like, you know, see Once Upon a Time. You ever seen that show?
Yes.
Rumpelstiltskin. Yeah, it looks like that. So I guess that's where you come from. I understand now. I'm sorry. So if you ever seen Once Upon a Time, the TV show on Channel 7, it's a good show. Me and girlfriend watch it. That's our show to watch together.
I tried. I really wanted to like that show.
We watched that and we watched Grimm. Those are our 2 shows we watched.
The only redeeming factor of that entire show was Rumpelstiltskin, and by episode 6, I was like, yeah, I'm done with this. But right Rumpelstiltskin was the best character of the entire show.
Yeah, I agree. He's good character. He's still in the show, well, kind of more or less. But yeah, so that's currently what the new Green Goblin looks like as of today.
And I'm feeling that look. I would never once felt the original green Goofy. He looks like a damn green statue that somebody put together one night. It just didn't work for me.
An director set comes to life.
Basically, it's like one of those horror, like it's 1980 horror films where you're like, I designed this goblin, and it comes to life, like,
yeah, very crappy
like,
animation. Then.
Wow.
But yeah, okay, so this looks like you're right. This looks like a kid was angry. He had the color mind, so he threw on what he had in his wardrobe.
Yeah, exactly.
And he threw some gel in his hair, threw some fucking face paint on, like I'm a scary fucking goblin, whatever you call. I'm sure somewhere in the movie someone's gonna make fun of him or something, or refer to him as a goblin, like you get your little fucking goblin kid, or whatever, and he'll keep that in mind. So I'm gonna be a scary goblin. This is what in my mind is scary. I'm gonna be looking scary. I'm gonna be very puffy, whatever. And this is what I have in my wardrobe. This is how I look. This is why I look this way. Yeah. He don't put a lot of thought into it. He's more of like, this is what I have.
I'm actually really excited for this next film, though.
I have not, honestly, from what I've heard, people aren't really too.
Man,
I've heard negative. I've heard positive. More so negative. But you know what? You can't go into these movies expecting a whole lot. Expect to be special effects, blown away and stuff.
Well, I do expect it to be chaotic. When I was looking at the trailer, there was one scene where he was fighting Rhino and he grabbed it was a manhole cover.
Okay, I got you.
And it was in slow motion, but it was so much going on. It's like it was like too much.
Do you think that's to take away from the scene's not really the scene isn't very there's not a lot going on in the story or the scene, so let's look at this one set piece. We'll slow this down, take a minute or two off your viewing time, and focus on this, because right now we have nothing else to throw in this scene. Like the fight scene's kind of shitty choreographed and it doesn't look that well. I do like, as we saw in the commercial, of him, Electro, going from like transporting himself through electricity and Spider-Man flying through the clock tower.
And that was a lot. To me, if they would have stopped there, like they had Rhino and they built up to Electro being the big villain, I think that would have been perfect. And we're just all speculating because we haven't seen the movie.
Yeah.
But looking at...
Because we're in England. Oh.
Yeah. But looking at the recent trailers, I just man, that looks like it's... And when they showed it, they showed a bunch of stuff, and they just showed too much.
Do you feel that if you're watching the movie, that if you look at a certain place, if you look at a certain corner of the film for too long, you miss a ton of shit going on? You're like,
so much could be going on. Like, what the fuck? I don't even know what sure would happen. Spider-Man ran in and he left out, and I don't remember what happened in between.
You'd have you and 3 friends go in the film, see each of you take a corner, look at the corner, see what happens.
There's this one scene in Spider-Man 3 where the building had collapsed and Gwen Stacy was...
That's Spider-Man 1. Main Spider-Man.
Yeah, Amazing Spider-Man 3 or what?
No, the first one.
Yeah,
the reboot.
Yeah, when Gwen Stacy and where he had to catch her.
Yes.
There was so much going on there, and it's kind of it felt too much. There's a breaking point where the action it's overbearing, and it's like, okay, my mind's
that becomes it goes from an exciting scene to a throwaway scene. And okay, I'm throwing away in the house or whatever.
Or have you seen Desolation of Smog?
No, I've not. I've seen any of the Hobbit movies.
Alright, they're decent. The second one's definitely better than the first one, but they're decent.
I gotcha. I see Jay's putting on his glasses and his thing. We're gonna cut this, but we're going on. We were worried about time wise, but I have tomorrow off. Dre doesn't. My apologies.
I didn't have tomorrow off. I took tomorrow off.
Then there you go. Damn.
No, I was because these podcasts get. They get long.
Well, we talked a lot.
Yeah,
that's the podcast. It was talk.
Yeah. So, okay. You got to cut it out somewhere. Unfortunately, only because I can't listen to a 3-hour podcast.
Okay, some people do. I enjoy them. You have spans, or whatever. So that's fine. If you want to cut it off, that's fine.
To me, the perfect length for a podcast.
An hour.
Just talking is 2 hours. 1 hour is too short because right when you get into it, it feels like, oh, now we got to stop. 2 hours feels like perfect time.
Right now we're at 119. I feel like.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Here you are. You're like,
I was doing the math in my head. I was like, okay, I got here at 7. It's going on 9. Actually, to be honest, I parked in the red zone.
Oh shit. Oh, okay.
It's partially in the red zone. Oh. And I was like, okay, maybe I'll be good for 3 hours before I really should move it.
Oh, but okay, no problem. But okay, then
let's go.
No, it's getting nighttime. It's cool, man. It's cool. It's getting kind of late anyway.
By the way, when he says late, it's only 9 o'clock. It's not getting
9 o'clock.
Late. I'm not going to go to bed for a while. But okay.
No worries. We talked a lot. We were worried about not having to talk about.
Yeah,
we just fucking riffed for the past hour and so minutes, and I've had fun. A lot of shit, a lot of fun. We have to go on a schedule. But next week, we'll be on schedule. We'll go back to schedule.
We'll be on schedule list. So I'm gonna be at my plans.
We're both gonna be at WonderCon. We're both gonna be there. I'll be there too. I'll be there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Yeah. You'll be there as well. I may get there early because I get places.
I actually plan on getting there. I've been telling you, I've been trying to get back in the groove of everything. I was watching these videos. I watch a lot of YouTube videos now. One of these days, this guy said, if you're gonna do it, and set goals. So one of my goals is to finish all the videos I haven't finished, which is a lot of videos, right? And a lot of just like throwing away, but I just need to finish them just to get the experience and the practice and actually doing them. And then for this con, I'm trying to take it seriously. So I'm trying to if I really want to do this stuff, I'm not stop half-assing, get to go straight in. So I'm planning on getting there early, and I plan on not leaving until my fucking back starts to hurt. Like, all right, I can't do it anymore. We got to go home.
No problem.
So it's my goal, and I'm hoping to stick to it.
I'm always there early. I'm always there at least 2-3 hours early before it opens. I get a spot, hang out in line, get my badge if I get in there early, and then I'll just hang out and write things on my laptop or my tablet, whatever it just may be.
So one of my goals is I'm trying to film a music video, just like those stupid cosplay videos you see online. People dance.
Music video as far as like your own music you made or music?
No, like you see those cosplay videos. Just people standing around and playing music. Yeah. But I'm gonna try to get people to...
I did that video.
Huh?
I did one of those videos.
Yeah, they're fun. Yeah. I like those videos. But I want people to get more interactive. So I'm gonna try... My original goal, I was going to do Happy, the Pharrell song. Yeah. Well, now it's so big that, you're just another Happy video. It's like, damn it! So I picked a different song. It's a Lord song. So I'm gonna try to get people to dance and sing to that. And see if that works out. So that's one of my goals. I'm hoping to get some interviews and talk to some people, and hoping to get down to this show. That'd be kind of fun. Or drag them down here if we have to. And I guess handcuffs if you no.
Okay, not to. We were all jokes here. It's not anything. Jerry will put his handcuffs away. I'm not going through.
But I'm actually really looking forward to it. We're 2 days away, and I'm planning on talking to a lot of people. I'm not sure if I want to make cards now. Should we make cards?
I don't want. It's too early around to make cards. It's too late around to make cards. I don't want to make cards. You don't want to give me a card, a cheap card, one of those Vistaprint cards like $13 for $50 or whatever. You want to make it look. Card's supposed to be a card is an extension of you and your site or whatever you're promoting. They see this when they're at the end of the column. They have a bunch of swag bag, whatever they get. It's like, this is a fucking card. It's a piece of shit, whatever. They throw it away. If it's something interesting, they'll take a look at it. Put some more time. They'll maybe visit the site, get some more hits or whatever. That's what I'm more interested in.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna still try to do some networking. I'm really trying to get into this world that I'm kind of like.
Personally, I'm not gonna do. You can. That's awesome. You want to do cards. If you can get the cards out and make them nice, by all means.
I hear what you're saying. Like you don't want to go big. Try to go big too early.
Or too late.
I'm trying. I'm creeping in this. Like I'm just getting back to because I've been out the game for a while. I got my rejection letter today. I get press rejection letters all the time, but it's hard getting a press rejection letter for a place you've gotten an okay letter. So it's like, damn, it's only been 1 year and y'all don't know me anymore. Is that what it? And it's a testament to like how far. I don't want to say how I've dropped, just how far I've been out the game. So it's like, okay, and I respect it. Like, okay, I see why I was rejected. Let me just get back to that time where I'm getting there, sitting there like, hey, can you come back? Versus like, hey, can I come in? Nah.
Yeah, if you're trying to use a website to get in, I think you have to have an average of like 10,000 hits, like a month to get in.
So yeah, it's hard. I've gotten in before, so I know it's not impossible.
Yeah.
Anyway, so just go out there and do your stuff. So my goal, I'm get some interviews, some talks. I gotta come up with some questions. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it though. So WonderCon is coming up 2 days or tomorrow. We can get I'm getting my tickets tomorrow, hopefully. So I plan to go in guns blazing. So we'll see what happens. So
right on. On that note, do you have anything you want to end with?
Not really. Dre, holla at your boy. Stay up.
All right. You can find me, Taylor. I'm on Xbox, Instagram, Twitter, all the same name. It's Demonol. That's DEMONOL. You can hit me up at treehousgeeks.com. it'll go to the THD, either or. Go to TreeHouseGeeks.com. On the same channel you're currently listening to a podcast, you can see videos we made for our Captain America 2 review, as well as our Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles trailer review.
And there's more coming. There's definitely more coming.
We did do some more, so Dre is working hard, and big ups to Dre and his amazing After Effects skill. These look amazing. A lot of people, and my girlfriend's really like, oh, this looks cute and everything. I don't have as much skill as Dre does as far as this, so he did an amazing job. So if you want any...
Before he keeps speaking of it, I learned everything I learned from YouTube. I kid you not.
That's the problem. It's okay.
I spent many hours like...
Okay, it's okay, though, because you spent the time and you took it and you learned it. People can watch it like, oh, that's a lot of work. They don't want to do it.
Yeah.
To take it and learn it and to adapt it and to put your own thing, that's amazing. That's awesome.
Yeah, it is. It's fun.
We're all trying to learn. I'm trying to learn, too, on my end.
Yeah.
So you'll see Dre's work on our site. If you need any help, contact Dre on the site. You can leave comments, whatever. Leave comments. Subscribe to our channel. We're putting shit out every week. Podcast up. Apologize for the late podcast today, but it's still the same day, but a little late.
So we're doing ourselves. We're getting back into it. I'm excited.
Do work.
I feel like I got my gloves on now. Like, I feel like, oh, you're out of shape, and I got my gloves. Let's go. Let go.
No more Legos. Lego no Egos.
All right.
On that note, Jinx. See you later.
Double Jinx. Jinx again. Peace.